everyone's having a wonderful day. Me, Sarah Beth, Brownie, Kate, and Alice, we're down here in the my wife's lower pasture. We're going to clip off some pasture for her. They're starting to get kind of growed up, and we've been dry here lately. The weeds just kind of took over, so we're using Kate and Alice with a mowing machine and just clipping this pasture off right quick. We're going to take you along for that and let you see that. Just something different, break up the monotony. Sarah Beth, she got a little GoPro mounted right here. She's going to kind of follow us around a little bit, let y'all see from her point of view what it looks like. Her and Brownie.
It's going to be very, like, small. It's not going to be like, it's going to be like down here.
Yep. So anyway, y'all make yourself comfortable, tag along with us, and we'll see what we can do. Now y'all, it's been getting hot down here in Tennessee where we're at. And thank goodness we had this little pine tree out in the middle of the pasture here. We've been kind of pulling under it ever so often and taking a little break, cooling off, getting some water and whatnot, let the mules cool off. Because right here lately, since we've been moving jobs and whatnot, they hadn't got to work a whole lot. So that was my primary purpose for doing this, and also trying to help my wife out too, was to work my mules and just kind of keep them in shape. And believe it or not, y'all, it's actually their first time mowing as far as I know. But we had a good time. And in this video, y'all, I'm going to do a little mowing. And then about halfway through the video, y'all, I'm going to kind of go over this mower just a little bit, very briefly, and just kind of explain how it works. And then after we do that, Sarabeth's going to get on, and I'm going to let her do a little bit of mowing. It'll be her first time. And let her drive the mules and do a little bit of mowing, kind of let her get her feet wet. Now y'all, while Marcy's here in front of us videoing, pay attention to how the tip of that tongue reacts. Later on when I'm talking about this mower, I talk about the tongue weight and how we've got the DoubleTree hitch. But look at that tongue, y'all, kind of how it's just sort of bouncing along. It's not putting a whole lot of weight on the mule's neck right now. It's just kind of teetering along, and I'll tell you more about that whenever we get into the explaining. Now, for those of you that's never been around these mowers before, I've got my right-hand foot on the foot pedal, and that foot pedal will ease the bar up just a little bit where it won't drag as much. And you kind of want to lift that bar in the turns. That helps. It helps it from getting clogged up with the grass that's already been mowed, if that makes any sense. Now, when I first started this job and opened it up, I had rounded corners, which was cool because I didn't never have to stop. I could just let them walk on and kind of just make a curve around the corners. But as I mowed more and more and more, all my corners got square. And so I just dealt with it. But it's okay. It's a good training tool for sidestepping, you know, and that's something I always like to work on with my mules anyway. Anytime I'm working my mules, y'all, I like to make it a training session. I like to teach them, you know, and pay attention to them and make them better. Every chance we get, every opportunity that we work, that's an opportunity to make my team better. Now, I tell you, it didn't take long for my team to pick up on swinging in these turns, sidestepping. They learned that pretty quick. It didn't take Alice very long to learn where to walk up beside the grass. And when Sarabeth starts driving, you can actually see them start swinging before she actually calls on to swing. And that was one thing I was telling y'all about a mule, y'all, in that video I posted on mules versus horses. Now, don't get me wrong, horses that do it too, they'll learn everything that I'm about to tell you. But mules are real big on repetition. They just pick up on that kind of thing. And they'll get to where they'll do it all on their own. And you kind of got to be careful not let them get too far out there on their own, because they'll go to, you know, doing so much on their own that it becomes aggravating if you ain't careful. So, you know, it's a good thing, but then at the same time, you got to kind of keep them, you know, where you want them also. Now, right here, I had a little harder time turning them, y'all, especially Kate. Alice was ready, and that's why Alice was throwing her head a little bit. She was getting aggravated with Kate. But the reason why is because the last couple times that we went to the shade tree, right there is where I stopped at to go to the shade tree. So, see, that's another thing that they pick up on, is wherever you take breaks at, you know, and stuff like that, they're real big on that kind of thing. Back a little bit. Get you close, okay?
I'm trying.
All right. All right, now here I'm gonna let y'all ride along with Sarabeth and Brownie. I thought it would be kind of cool to give her, you know, that job of riding behind us and videoing and spending time with her old horse. Brownie's getting to be an old man now. He's about 34 years old. And these two have a really good bond between each other, I tell you. They both love each other a lot. He loves her just as much as she loves him. So they got to spend a little time together, and I thought it would be good for him, you know, to get to hear that mower clicking off and whatnot. So it's just good for everybody, I think. We wanted to get several different shots from different angles, y'all, so y'all could see it from different angles of how the grass lays and the mower working and all that kind of good stuff. So I hope you're enjoying it so far and can kind of see how this thing does. Now, y'all, I'm gonna give you just a quick rundown on this mower. I'm sure y'all some of you's probably seen mowers work before, but some of you might not have. And the ones of you that's never seen a horse-drawn mower, the way this thing works, you see these cleats on these wheels? This is a ground drive mower. In other words, these wheels, when they turn, come right over here, Marcy, where they can see. There's an axle shaft that goes all the way through right here. And there's a big old gear right in here, okay? And these wheels turn this axle, which turns this gear, which goes right down through here. And this right here, by the way, is where you check the oil at. It's a little dipstick, you pull it out and check the oil in it. But it goes down through here, y'all, and there's a shaft that rotates this right here. See how that turns? And then whenever it turns, it pushes this pitman stick in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, like that. All right, and then come right around here. Let's go on. You kind of get right here where they can see, Marcy. Don't get in front of it. Don't get in front of it. Come around to the back. You don't ever want to get in front of your sickle, y'all, in case something happens. You know what I'm saying? Look right down here, Marcy. Now, y'all, there's these teeth on the front, and it's out of gear, by the way. You always want it to be out of gear when you're messing with it. But here's the teeth for the top, right here, 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 and here. And then these other things are called guards. And then you got some stationary teeth down here on the bottom. And it kind of acts like a scissor motion, y'all. With this thing going in and out, it catches grass on these guards and on these stationary teeth, and it clips it off. And I'm gonna go over here and turn the flywheel while y'all sit there and watch it, so y'all can see how it works. All right, here we go. I'm gonna turn the flywheel. Now you see how those teeth go in and out? Now look what I'm doing over here. See how I'm turning it with my hand? Okay. Now, when the mules or horses step forward, if you pull this gear lever right here up, that puts it in gear. In other words, that engages that gear in there, and it lets, you know, as the mules are pulling it on the ground and the ground is moving under it, whatnot, it'll start turning that gear. That gear turns that flywheel, and that's what engages your mower. Then you just push it back down like that, and it knocks it out of gear. And then that way you can go to and from the field and whatnot. Back up a little bit, Marcy. Now this lever right here, y'all, the one right beside the driver's seat, is what, look at that bar, Marcy. Come back over this way where they can see what it does. See, see how when I let up on this lever, it lets the bar go all the way to the ground? And then you can push down on it and it lets it up. You also got a foot lever right here. See this little foot lever? It assists in helping you pick it up. And when you're turning the corners, mowing, all you got to do to pick the mower sickle up just a little is mash that foot pedal. And that'll help it. It'll give you a couple inches where you can turn without getting in that grass that's already mowed. Right here, this lever, what it does is it tilts the bar on its nose or on its hind end. It tilts the bar, and Marcy, look down there where they can see. You see what I mean? See how it tilts the bar up and down? Hopefully y'all can make that out. And different types of grass, and if it's wet, you know, dew or something like that, you got to kind of tilt it a little to help keeping it shed off. This is a big number 4 John Deere mower, and right now I've got the shoes adjusted. The shoes are right here. It'd be hard for you to see in this grass, but there's a shoe right down here, y'all. Marcy, get right down here where they might can see. Right down here under the bottom, there's a shoe right there, and that shoe contacts the ground. That's the inner shoe. And then there's another one right here. Now this one will be easier for y'all to see. It's right here. And see, it's got an adjustment right here, and I've got it let down. That way it holds the bar up off the dirt. So we're not cutting right, we're cutting about 3 inches right now. 3 to 4 inches high. And for clipping pasture off, that's perfect. You know, it's kind of what you want. This thing right here, y'all, what it does, and I'm sure y'all probably seen it so far in the video, as grass comes over and hits it, it rolls it over. So that way you'll have a clean place right here. And when you come around on the next pass, your mule's got a place to walk, or your horse. And also that inner shoe's got a place to run. And come right over here. Look right up behind Alice right there. Back up enough where they can see the shoe down here. See how the shoe is kind of in line with Alice? So, can you see that, Marcy? Look down there where they can see. See how this shoe assembly is in line with her? So where that grass board, y'all, threw that grass over in the middle, when we come around on the next pass, Alice has got a clean place to walk, and that shoe's got a clean place to run without wadding up on you. So that's important. Now there's a lot of adjustments to these mowers as far as getting the lead right and getting the timing right and all that mess. And I ain't going into rebuilding mowers today. I just wanted to kind of give you a quick rundown on how this thing works. And those of you that's never seen it before, it kind of makes sense. It's a good way to work your animals and keep your pastures cleaned up, or heck, I mean, if you want to mow hay, you can mow hay with it, you know, and rake and bale. I mean, there's several people that still puts up hay this way, and it's a good, effective tool for that. So anyway, one other thing I was going to tell y'all about, you know, people worry about tongue weight on these mowers. And that is true, they do have some tongue weight, but when you're mowing, if you've got it, see there's adjustments right down here. If you've got that thing, that double tree, if you've got it adjusted right down in the right hole, it'll actually pick up on that tongue as you're mowing, and that neck yoke will sit there and just kind of bounce. So that's something you need to pay attention to. You can see it when we're mowing, you can see that neck yoke just kind of sitting there bouncing. One other thing I want to tell y'all about while we're talking about mowers, because this is something that a lot of people don't talk about. Right here on the front of this thing, and I'm just going to kind of show you, give you an idea. See, I'm about 31 inches at the bottom. That's where you need to be on the end of your tongue. A lot of the old manuals will call for 30 to 32 inches above the ground for your tongue height. And the reason why, I'll show you this. The reason why, y'all, is look here at your gearbox, how your gearbox sets. If that thing's up there around 31, 32 inches tall, your gearbox will be slightly downhill just a little bit, which lets oil get down here to this bearing in your flywheel. And that's your thrust bearing or takeoff bearing, whatever you want to call it. That's an important bearing to get oil too. So, you know, having that height on that tongue tip is crucial. Now, a lot of mowers have been converted over to tongue trucks. They've got a tricycle wheel right here in the front, or right here in front of the sickle. And it takes all the weight off the mule's necks, and it also controls the height, so it don't matter. So with them type mowers, it ain't no big deal. But anyway, I just kind of want to give you an idea of how it works, and we'll finish mowing. I think I'm gonna let Sarabeth mow a little bit too. She wanted to mow some, so we're gonna let her mow just a little bit. So y'all hang around with us and we'll finish up this little job. Now Sarabeth, y'all, she's not new to driving animals. She drives Brownie a good bit. And she's drove my team, you know, a couple times here and there throughout the years. I guess she's been driving ever since she's a baby. She knew G and Hall before she ever knew left and right. Oh me. But she's doing real good, y'all. You know, she just got to get a positive, hold on everything and learn how everything goes together. And I wanted to stay right there with her. You know, this mowing machine is kind of dangerous, and I don't want her to get in trouble any kind of which way. So that's why I stayed right here with her and coaxed her along.
Now, when you come out to the end, you want this wheel. See where that line is that goes down through there? You want this wheel to stop right there, okay? And then we're going to turn them jig. Okay, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Good nose. They know what to do. Whoa, don't be rough on the line, okay? Be real easy. Whoa, yeah, whoa.
Now y'all could probably tell that Kate and Alice both started swinging just a little bit before Sarabeth told them to. And like I told y'all, they mules love routine. And once they learn a job and get good at it, they'll just about do it right on their own every time. But again, like I said, you want to kind of keep some of that at bay, because sometimes they'll go to swinging or stopping short or going too far, more than what you really want them to. Because they can't see the whole picture like we can, sitting on that mower. Sometimes they'll stop short. When they come out to the end like this right here, Alice will see that cut grass and she'll stop a little short. So I have to kind of make her step up a little. So it's stuff like that, you kind of just got to be mindful of. And horses will do it too.
Really easy. Hold it with the line. Hold it. Whoa. All right. Let them step up. Whoa.
I keep forgetting this in the ground.
That's all right. All right, now step them up. Well, they ain't quite used to you, but they stop.
Yeah, good enough.
Okay, now turn them.
Okay,
Jig.
Alice,
Real nice and slow and easy. Jig. Don't let them walk forward. Hold the lines, okay? Easy. Whoa. We want to get them right there. We got to stop them again. Right. Now this time hold them that way just a little bit. Don't let the ballast get over in that grass, okay? Keep both of your lines pretty tight, but hold just a little more left tension on, okay? All right, talk to them. say whoa a little louder where they can hear you, okay? Now, don't let her go in that grass. Hold her over to the left, okay? Hold her over hard. No, you put your hands together. Put your hands up there to get the lines together. Now, whenever you need to steer them, steer them. But keep your hands even. Only steer them if you have to, okay? Just use whatever you have to keep her out of that grass. All right, go ahead. Oh, what? Now, you know better than that. Call their names and then do that, okay? Stand up, man. Stand up, geez. Good, good, good. Whoa. Here we go. Just say that whoa real loud where they can hear you. All right, remember, call their names and then tell them to go.
I'm always thankful to get to spend time with my children, you know, working a team, working in the wood, you know, whatnot. I want to keep them safe, but at the same time, y'all, I want them to be able to enjoy some of the things I get to do and spend time with them at the same time. And Sarabeth and I just had a real good time, y'all. She really enjoyed this mower. In the beginning, she didn't really want to ride Brownie. She didn't really want to work the mules and whatnot, but I got her out there anyway, and then after she got going, she just loved it. So, you know, we had a good time. We was thankful to get to work today and glad to bring y'all with us.
Hey, you done it. They heard you that time.
I do have a good.
You know what to do. Tell you what, just once you just turn them around, just get narrow. Once you just go around there and we'll start on that side. All right, now you turn them. Yep, just turn them. Whoa! Gotta say that whoa a little louder, okay? Alright, you do it now. You keep them going straight this time.
Okay, Alice.
Say it again, say it a little louder.
Okay, Alice.
Well, y'all, now we've done about all we're gonna do for today. It ain't much, but we did get this little spot mowed off. And main thing, y'all, I'm doing it to help my wife out and also to keep my mules in shape. Yesterday, me and Sarabeth got the new log job ready. She helped me. We put a road in and marked some timber up, so it's ready to start cutting tomorrow, Lord willing. And we'll have some more logging videos here for you soon. But we wanted to do something different, break up monotony, and we thought mowing and y'all getting to see Sarabeth drive some, I thought that'd be good. It was fun, wasn't it? Tell them what you think the funnest part was. Look at them and tell them.
That's hard.
It's all fun, ain't it? So it's safe to say you had a good time. All right. We're going to be doing some more mowing this week, y'all, off and on. We're going to cut some timber, log a little, do some mowing and whatnot. So I'll get to show y'all a little bit more of Kate and Alice and us working them. It's getting hot, so we're, you know, trying to be careful. I don't want to get them too hot, and I don't want to get us too hot either. So we're just kind of, you know, like this little spot here we did it in small bursts. You know, this is probably, oh, I don't know, 3 acres, maybe 2 acres, something like that. Probably 2 acres, I'd say. today. You know, we can do some more later on. I ain't in no hurry. If it takes us a week to get it done, that ain't no big deal. Anyway, thank y'all for watching, subscribing, commenting, liking, all that good stuff. We appreciate you. As always, y'all, I'm going to put my email up here on the screen. Let y'all have that. If y'all need me, holler at me. And, you know, as I always tell you, every one of you that's hearing me, I'm going to be praying for you. Whether you need it or not, or whether you think you need it or not, I'm still going to pray for you anyway. And thank y'all for watching and hanging out with us. Thank you for your time. We appreciate it. Y'all have a good one, and we'll see you next time.